Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Manga Drew, and I'm here to cover the spoilers for One Piece Manga Chapter 1052. The spoilers are out on a Monday, and there's a reason why they are out this early because, oh my gosh, the spoilers this week are amazing. There's a lot to cover for the spoilers for this week, a lot of cool things that we can really talk about, but some very unexpected things to some people, but very given to others. So let's dive right into the spoilers for One Piece Manga Chapter 1052, starting with the title New Morning, where we apparently are going to have the cover of the Germans encountering Caesar. Oh, this is going to be great. Scientist meeting another scientist. They're probably going to kidnap him. I fumbled over my words right there, but yeah, they're most likely going to kidnap Caesar or put him on the Germa 6, so that's going to be the way that he gets out of whole cake proper. But now we're going to get into the spoilers proper, starting off with the first line of the spoilers, which is just Zunisha left because the borders are closed. That makes sense. Zunisha came to help support Momonosuke. He wants the borders of Wano to be open, or she, and it makes sense that she would leave or he would leave once he realizes or she realizes that the borders are closed. Gosh, that was very confusing. But the next line of tech spoilers is even more interesting because it is involving Hawkins, as Hawkins reveals that in a talk with Drake that he meant himself, most likely Hawkins referring to himself, when he said that one person only has 1% chance of survival. And Hawkins predicted Kaido's defeat with his cards, but didn't commit another betrayal because of his pride. And this is very interesting because what I enjoyed about this one line of text spoilers is the implication for Hawkins as a character and how most likely than not he felt guilty for betraying Kid when they first met. So because of that betrayal and because they probably could have taken out Kaido or probably could have just all been brought over to Kaido's side, that Hawkins most likely than not felt guilt over that betrayal, so he decided to stick with his prediction of staying with Kaido, even if it means that he potentially dies. There is no confirmation in this chapter that he actually dies in this chapter, but it's very interesting and alludes to his character. And something else that we see with the text spoilers is that 7 days have passed. So from the start of last chapter to where we get right now, 7 days have passed. And from what we get with these lines of text spoilers, we see the progress made in the land of Wano, which means that things are being repaired, things are getting back to what they should be. Apu and Inibi seem to have made up with the alliance. Of course, Apu would do that. He is a traitorous douche. But even more interesting and probably the most surprising is that Ashura died and Izo died in their exchanges. And Izo died with his exchange with Maha, the tall CP0 guy. So this is very interesting because A, it shows that yes, people can die and have died in the battle with Wano, and B, yeah, Oda is willing to kill characters. Now, people are going to obviously go on like slight rants or be very disappointed that characters like Kinemon and Kiku are still alive while these characters are dead. But I think this is just all up to personal preference. I like Izo. I also like Ashura Doji, and the fact that they are dead is actually very saddening to me. I didn't have as big of a connection to them as I did with Kinemon as well as Kiku, but I still had a connection to them nonetheless because they were a part of the 9 Red Scabbards. We got to see their past, we got to see their character interactions, we get to see who they are as characters, and the fact that they are dead is very impactful to me. So that's just how I feel on this subject, but I know that many people in the fandom are going to be very up in arms, being like, oh, they still should have died. Kiko and Kinemon should have died, even though what they wanted was death in this raid, and when they get it, they're still not satisfied. But hey, you cannot satisfy a fandom no matter who or what it is. And now we're getting to a little bit more of like the funnier moments. We're apparently going to have a few comedic and fan service scenes, including Yamato hanging out with the Straw Hats. So yeah, this is going to be very cool. We don't get confirmation of whether or not Luffy as well as Zoro are active, but Yamato is most likely becoming more accustomed to the Straw Hat crew. At the very, very least, she's going to be a very helpful ally to the Straw Hats and that they're just friends. So it's cool to see that. And we get also Yamato is apparently with the guys, Luffy, Brook, Neko. Oh, this could imply that Luffy is actually up and running, which means that Luffy has officially allowed Yamato into the crew. That is a possibility for this line of the text spoilers, but we have to wait for the actual chapter proper to be released, as well as seeing Yamato hanging out with the quote-unquote guys to really get that confirmation. And now we only have a few more lines of text spoilers left. I'm going to save the most impactful one for last, but the next one that we get is that we're apparently going to see Bounty's next chapter since the newspapers have already arrived. So we're going to get in the next chapter bounty increases, as well as also we get a reveal that there's going to be no break next week. Yes! So that means we're going to get 2 One Piece chapters in a row. Yes! It's been a while since we've done something like this, because I think it's been like 3 or 4 in a row, so this is going to be very cool. But lastly, the one thing that I really want to talk about is the idea of a Admiral coming to Wano, specifically Green Bull, Ryokugyu, is coming to Wano, and oh my goodness, this is going to set the fandom ablaze, not only because the world government or the Marines are sending an Admiral to Wano, and hopefully because now you have Momonosuke as the Shogun, instead of like the Marines trying to take over Wano, they're going to be like, oh yeah, we're under the protection of Straw Hat Luffy, he defeated Kaido, he defeated Big Mom. Most likely than not, they're going to not work together, so there may be conflict there. But probably what is more important is that we're going to get a little bit more on who Green Bull is, who Ryukugyu is, what he wants, what he likes to do, his motivations. Just his design is going to be revealed most likely within the upcoming chapters, if it's not revealed in this chapter. But he's coming to Wano. It's very similar to what happened with Dressrosa with Fujitora. We know who Fujitora is. We got to see him. We got to see his like interactions with the Straw Hats after the fact. So we may get more of Ryukugyu's interactions with the Straw Hats like after Wano. But yeah, we're pretty much at the end of the Wano arc based off these spoilers, if the last few chapters didn't give it away. So this is going to be a very cool, very interesting chapter, and I can't really wait to review it. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about the spoilers. Do you like this new type of format? This is going to be a lot less editing, and I'm going to try my best to get everything done in one take. I still failed at that in this moment, but I'm just very excited for it, so I'm able to do it a little bit better. So, what did you think of the spoilers? Did you enjoy them? Did you dislike them? Do you think that Kinemon and Kiku should have died in replacing Ashura as well as Izo as being dead? Leave your thoughts down in the comments down below. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more One Piece content. Do all that cool jazz, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you in my next video. Goodbye! Oh gosh, this is loud. Huh.